Our next guest is Kevin McWayne. He is VP and Senior Fiduciary Specialist at Wells Fargo Wealth Management. Welcome, Kevin.
Thanks, Patty. Nice to be here.
Great to have you.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us today here at the Senior Stayer Go TV. This is a very passionate issue for both Patty and I on what the role of a fiduciary is. And there's a lot of words: fiduciary, successor trustee, executor, and they all get somewhat mingled up in the public's eye. And we really want you to define for us, what is a fiduciary?
Sure, Ron. Well, a fiduciary is someone that is actually an individual or a company that a person places their utmost trust and confidence in to manage their financial affairs. And as you said, we often refer to it as a trustee or an executor.
And so what are your responsibilities, being with Wells Fargo, a national company here and here locally in San Diego, what are your responsibilities as a fiduciary advisory specialist?
When we act as a fiduciary, as a trustee for an individual, we are, or their estate, we're responsible for prudently investing the assets, for managing the real estate, for filing the taxes, the tax returns, paying bills, settling claims, and ultimately, after the creator of the trust has passed away, distributing those assets per the terms of their trust or how they want those to be distributed out.
And then before we go on to the next question, a lot of the times it's not just upon death. There are other triggers that can bring you to the forefront of the action. Is that correct?
That's right, and often it's incapacity is what we see.
And so your clients are looking for what? What I mean, when you go out and talk to somebody, what are they looking for from Wells Fargo?
So they're really looking for someone to come in, help them manage the finances, pay the bills, take care of the house, whatever needs to be done for them.
Just to make life simpler.
That's right.
Why would I choose a corporate trustee versus, say, my firstborn child, which so many people do?
Right, that's a great question. And oftentimes individuals, they lack the expertise that a corporate trustee or company has in managing financial affairs. So as I mentioned before, the job duties are not just to distribute assets. It could be, in the event of incapacity, paying bills and keeping the household going, providing for the caregivers, getting the caregivers into the house. It could be marshaling all the assets once someone does pass away to an administrative trust, paying bills, settling claims, all of those things. And they often lack that expertise to do it. So what they wind up doing is they go out and they hire a CPA or an accountant to do the taxes, and they hire an investment manager to do the investments. And then on top of that, they're saddled with having to coordinate all these individuals to do it.
And it's not being tied together and working as a single unit.
Correct.
And it's another full-time job.
It's another full-time job, and sometimes they don't live near mom and dad. Sometimes they live clear across the country or out of the country. Mm-hmm. So it becomes really difficult for them to handle that. And also, it takes away from them being family with their siblings, with their parents. They're focusing on all these financial matters instead of just being family.
And I think that's the number one issue that Patty and I see in the work that we do is, the family it's a very emotional time if their parent is losing capacity or the parent obviously has passed away, and they're trying to grieve or they're trying to deal with mom's lack of capacity. And to try to also be the financial person, it just doesn't make sense. So you must see it in terms of family harmony is really what you're providing.
Absolutely. And let the corporate fiduciary, let that expert do the heavy lifting for you. So you can be family and be there for mom or be there for your other family members.
Because there's so many different emotions that take place all at once that when you have the emotions plus all the necessary financial and big decisions that need to be made, it's just so hard to have everybody trying to do all those things.
That's right. And oftentimes, unfortunately, sometimes after mom and dad pass away, that's when sibling rivalries tend to come out later on.
You think?
And it makes it more difficult. So why not give the corporate fiduciary, put that person in there who truly has an objective, independent lens into the managing the trust.
So when do you like to first get involved? Obviously, prior to someone passing away, you want to be involved, up front and kind of get to know their wishes the control of what's going on.
Right. We really believe that planning is when to get involved. So, and planning is not just a one-time, we're done, we made a trust, and it's over. I often talk to folks and we ask them, when did you have your trust, when was it created? And they'll say, well, it was created in 1995. And the next
Long
question
time
is,
ago.
when did you last look at it? And they'll say, well, it was 1995. So
You know where it is.
So it's really important to dust off your trust, to take a look at it, and we're there to help you do that and take a look at it and make sure that it is still fulfilling your wishes, whether it's at incapacity or at death.
So it's not like there's a key age to be able to do that. It really depends upon every situation.
That's right. And also a really good thing to do is to dust it off whenever there's a major life event that happens. So when there's deaths, births, retirement, whatever it is, take a look and see, was there a major life event that's impacting us financially that we need to go back and look at this trust? And absent that, I think a good rule of thumb is, and this year's the perfect year, just look at it every presidential election year if there's no major life events.
And this is a major one.
So Kevin, you also offer life management services. Can you explain what those are and what they provide?
Sure. Life Management Services is a premium service we offer that helps maintain the dignity of seniors. And so what it is in addition to managing the assets for them, we are doing a health and wellness assessment for them with a professional care manager that we have vetted out nationally. We provide them, we've already done all the research and provide them a list of possible caregivers if they need caregiving in the home. We're assessing their housing needs, their medication needs with the care manager. We are also paying all their bills, filing their taxes for them if they wish, or we'll reimburse to a certain dollar amount for them to pay their tax preparer. We will review all of their medical claims.
Oh, wow.
So
that's important.
Yes. So oftentimes when you're in the hospital, you're at the doctor's, we got all these explanation of benefits letters that come. So we're going to go through those and we're going to assess those, make sure that nobody's being double billed, triple billed, or we also, yes, exactly. And we also, during Medicare open enrollment, we'll look at their Medicare open enrollment and see if there's a better option for them and possibly save them some money.
Will you assist with long-term care insurance as well, since that's going to probably be something that people are going to have more of as we?
Absolutely, and we would connect them with one of our financial advisors to assess them for the long-term care insurance.
That is really a tremendous service.
That's
because
awesome.
Part of our job is to find these people and try to bring the team together. Wells Fargo has the team in place, and your job is to bring your job is part of your job, part of your responsibility is to bring those people into place to really have a one-stop shop for mom and dad, mom or dad, to be able to handle so many things that are going on. Mm-hmm. Also, it's a great service because I think it really helps put a stop to any scamming possibilities that are so prevalent today. Thank you, Kevin, for being here today. Stay tuned for more Senior Stay or Go. We will be right back.